About 10 years ago, I had a networking group here in Tucson called BizFit. And it was for business professionals looking to get into the fitness and wellness community and just stay on track, because when you're busy and always on the go, it can be more challenging to make healthy choices. Sitting at home in front of my computer and realized I hadn't eaten in a long time, like probably a good 6 hours, and I wanted something that was convenient, but also healthy. I realized as a busy professional, I need convenience. You know, I don't have time to go shopping. I order everything online anymore. I really don't like doing the dishes. Luckily, I've got a teenager at home that helps me with that. I knew if I created a tribe or a community, it would bleed into business, into personal life.
I used to work in a different meal prep company for about 3.5 or 4 years, and I just kind of fell into that by accident and loved it. I got to learn like a lot about business and management skills, and I got my like full-on education in cooking there. It taught me that I could help people make better decisions, that it didn't have to be like some crazy world-changing thing. Like literally just eat lunch, eat a good lunch, and like you'd be surprised what that looks like over a year or two. She had the back-end business skill, and I was good with a knife in the kitchen, and so we teamed up and decided we wanted to give it a shot.
I wanted to be able to just grab something out of my refrigerator, heat it up, eat it, and know that it was something that was good for me. You know, growing up in a family that we ordered takeout all the time, that's what I was used to. We really didn't cook, right? So of course, I never learned how to cook. I burned water. Trust me, the fire alarms go off all the time.
I grew up loving it and used to be super ashamed of it when I was younger because I thought it was like a very feminine thing. Mom and grandma and aunts were the ones who cooked. Like grandpa and all the uncles like hung out like, you know, watching football and drinking beer. I saw them turn like raw food into like something that would bring 30 people together. And to me, that was always like way, way cooler. As I got older, I just realized like, oh no, cooking's badass. Like it's an art. Like you can see people do just wild stuff. When you invite friends over for dinner and you can't cook, no one shows up. You know what I mean? But like when you can cook good, everybody wants to be at your house. And like, that's always fun that you get to bring people together, you know? My dad has always been like very physically fit and like active. Mom was not quite as much so, especially like in the, you know, sort of her later years, she was not in very good health. Her weight was a huge part of that. And when you're a kid, you don't know like, you know, like I'm sitting there like slamming 2 liters of Mountain Dew. So it's not like at the time I knew about like healthy eating or like how to even help somebody like, you know, dial that in slowly. As I got older, I got very into like my own personal health, working out and bodybuilding. And then around that time was kind of when I got plugged into the meal prep scene. Probably what prevented her from taking the necessary steps is like partly the fitness culture. As much as it is like a really cool culture, I think that people who are in it forget how intimidating it can be to somebody who is, they're not at 0, they're at -15. Like when you're 280 pounds and 4'11", like, I mean, you're not at 0.
I looked up meal prep companies, and the ones that I used to order from are no longer in business. So I was very sad about that. And poof, out popped the idea of we need to have something like that here for the Tucson community, for business professionals, for people that are struggling with their weight, for people that just want to be able to have a healthy choice and make it easy.
There's a stigma that you have to do it quickly. Or I think people don't realize that like any movement is movement. Take the kids for a walk around the cul-de-sac. Like it doesn't even have to be the neighborhood. Like start with the cul-de-sac. Start small and like just let a win be a win. That could be as simple as 1 glass of water.
I want to stay on track. I want to be able to feel good, show up the person that I'm supposed to be. Eating healthy should not be hard, and that's what really drives this business. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at BizFit Meals.
Or check out our website at bizfitmeals.com.